Hi, welcome to day one of the path. So I just thought I'd start by sketching out some of the basic principles that we'll be working with. And so we're going to have a short video each day, and then there'll be a relatively easy exercise to do. So the idea with the exercises is, look, get yourself a book, hopefully a nice clean notebook. That can be your notebook. You're going to write some stuff down in there each day. You can read that stuff back. You can bring that stuff to the drop-in sessions if you choose, and you don't have to. And that's really the one of the main points about the path. You are walking your path now. You always have been. You always will be until the end of your days. And it's not the right path, it's not the wrong path. There's no such thing as right and wrong in that sense. Other than, I mean, that's one of the big themes, right? Getting over right and wrong, because right and wrong can really imprison us, and that's not what all this is about. So, other than what you choose. Now, you may choose to walk a path today, tomorrow, for next year, for the rest of your life, that is enjoyable, that you find fulfilling, or you may choose to walk a path that is difficult and makes you unhappy. I mean, we do that. We do that in our lives. We have times in our lives where we walk a difficult path, and not difficult for the sake that you're overcoming something important, but just doesn't feel right. Okay. Now, but here's the thing: it's all right. It's all okay if you or I choose a life that is unfulfilling. That's okay. We can do that. And this is really the core of it. You are the author of your life. Okay? There are two things in this world: things you can't control, things you can. All the things that you have, all the choices in your life where you have had a choice, where you have been in control of that thing, you have chosen, whether passively or actively. You have chosen. So you have chosen to be exactly where you are right now. You have chosen exactly how much money you've got in the bank, exactly what weight you are, everything else, where you live. There's a lot of things in life that we think we don't have choice over it, when in fact we do. There are a lot of things in life that we think control us or have power over us, when in fact they don't. The bottom line is, you have a lot more power and a lot more control than you have been taught to believe. And that swings both ways, right? It means that whatever crap you've endured in your life is mainly down to you. And it also means that if you choose to live a transformed life from what you're living now, that's down to you. So it's a beautiful thing. It's kind of a breaking out that we all need to do, and all need to keep remembering as well, is that we have the control. We are the authors of our own life, and we're going to be going over a lot of that stuff on more of the course. So in the first week. Well, the first 2 weeks, we're really going to be looking at our own identity. And that comes into with two approaches. One approach is to look at the past, and one approach is to look at the future. Because you are not a product of your past. You're not a product of your parents, your education, your race, your religion, all these things. Or the experiences that you've had in your life. Those things can inform who you are, but they do not define who you are. At the same time, we're going to be looking into the future, because your future also defines who you are. And what I mean by that is your vision, your dreams, your goals. Who you choose to be right now in the next moment is your future, right? What you choose to do in the world that you want to see happen, that's all your future. So we are not just a product of our past, we are a product of some elements of the past, some elements of the future, and we get to choose, right? You get to choose which elements of the past dictate your life. And we're going to look at things that have happened in the past, right? You get to choose the future you. Just as much. It's just as real. And all of that choosing happens right in this present moment, this infinitesimally narrow film that's whizzing through the universe that we call the present moment. And that's the only time when anything can happen. The past is dead, redundant, inert. The future is random, chaotic, full of possibility. The present is where all that chaos and possibility weaves itself into the past. And that's the only time when anything can actually happen. So we're going to be very, very conscious to be present right here, right now. So the first exercise for day one is very simple. It is to take your sheet of paper and your pencil or whatever, and take as much time as you need. I mean, you can rush this stuff, and that's okay. You can do it in 1 minute, if that's okay. You can do it in an hour, and that's okay. It's all okay. Whatever you choose is okay. The question is for you, what does your soul, your truest, deepest you choose to do? Because it's all okay. There is no good and bad, but thinking makes it so. Shakespeare said that. He's had a lot of sense, that bloke. Okay, so we're going to take your pen and we're going to write down, have a think and write down times in your life in the past when you have experienced joy and a feeling that this is where I'm meant to be. Or there's a clue of this is what I want. Okay, I've been doing this work, so I've got quite a few examples. I'm going to do more. One of them is that I was at Glastonbury Festival in 1992. It's the only time I've ever been. Far too much going on for me. Far too many choices. I don't like it. Well, I did like it. So I ended up wandering around. I found myself on one of the mornings in the green fields, which is where all the hippies camp out. And there was a guy selling chai, so Indian spiced tea, which they cooked over a wood fire. So these are, New Age travellers, basically. Cook this chai, this milky, sweet, cardamom, ginger, really delicious. So I paid about £2 for this cup of tea. We were all sitting around, and I felt this combination, and I think this is telling, this combination of, I love this, I would love to have more of this in my life. And I remember there was a girl who was one of the travelling types sitting near me, and, she had golden brown skin and brown feet and no shoes, right? And I thought, that's really cool. She's got a deep tan, she's been outside, spends a lot of time outside, and she's got brown feet. And the smell of the wood smoke. And wood smoke, for me, that smell alone triggers something. I know that my future life somehow involves wood smoke. So that's it. That's just one time. And you'll find these times when you look back and you walk back through your life that they're just, for some reason, indelibly imprinted on your memory for reasons you may or may not know. Okay, so that's just one example. So just write what you want, just a few words if you like, write a paragraph if you like. And, all we're doing right now is we're just mapping out the past. And we're going to start looking for clues about what events are there in our past where our path is showing through, where we can get clues to what we want to do. Okay, that's today's video. Thank you for watching.